Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Riverview Farm with me, C1E. I'm about to buy a seeder, ladies and gents, to do this sowing contract with. I've completed the spraying contracts. And yeah, need a seeder. Let's have a look. What have we got? Now, we already looked at all the base game stuff in the last video. Probably not going to need anything this big anytime soon. Let's have a look then. The Esposito? Espro, not Esposito. Got the Terminator. Porsche Pronto. Pumpkin Saltaire. That's a 6-meter jobby. I think Pronto. Won't bother with the extra wheels. Got a couple of choices of capacity. 7,000 seems like a good option to me. Extra seed and all that. That's 102,000. Right. We're going to need some seed as well. Obviously. I need 7 because I've got 7,000. I'm not going to put fertilizer in it. No fertilizer for this kiddie. Not for doing a contract. Right. So it is. So, ladies and gents, it's now Friday. This has been the worst recording week I've had in a long time, where it's taken me all week to get in 6 videos recorded. I've been very, very unproductive this week. I really have. Formula 1's on in half an hour as well, so chances are this video is not going to be a long one. But at least I'll be able to have them rendering then this afternoon. The 3 Riverview episodes rendering this afternoon, and then I'll be able to get them uploaded over the weekend, get them scheduled, thumbnailed and everything. Right, can't remember what this guy actually wanted planting on his sowing contract. He wanted oats. There we go then. So we've got a little bit of time left this afternoon. Or it gets too dark, although I imagine it will be dark by the time I've done this. Right, let's do some GPSage. I'm going to turn on the... don't have any courses set, so I'm going to set 90. We'll go back here and go auto width 9.4. Really? Thought it was 9. A bit of overlappage. And we'll drop this bad boy down. See what I'm going to do. Just turn that off for a second. So I can get a cool screenshot. There we go. I know there's another mod on PC that does HUD toggle. I ought to probably look at downloading that separate so I can have it actually as a button press. So I can hit a button to turn the HUD on and off as I need to. Perhaps I should have got a picture with the church in the background. But yeah, Horse Pronto makes its return to the game. It is available as a mod on the Giants mod hub, this particular seeder. Nice to see it back in the game. It was probably one of the most used seeders in FS19. Certainly for me, in a lot of my Let's Plays and also in multiplayer, it was probably one of the most well-rounded seeders, most popular seeders that players use because A, decent seed capacity, B, decent fertilizer capacity if you do fertilizing as seeding, 9 meters, decent width, good speed as well, 18 kilometers an hour typically, which is a good combination. So yeah, this was a very popular seeder in the in FS19. Not sure why it didn't kind of return in FS22 really, unless it's considered an old model and Porsche didn't want it being included in FS22 because it's an old model seeder. A lot of the manufacturers did that to Giants this in this year's game. Any vehicles that were considered old models they didn't want including. Hence why there's a massive lack of case equipment in the game. Because when Giants were negotiating with Case hadn't actually kind of finalised their equipment lineup. So therefore didn't want any old equipment in the game, but hadn't yet got their new equipment lineup set in stone. So Giants just had to say, well, you know, we can't really do anything then, can we? You won't let us use the old equipment, but at the same time you can't tell us what your new equipment is. So I guess you won't have a lot of stuff included in the game. But yeah, it's nice to have this seeder back, and like I say, it's nice to do this contract. And like I was saying in the last video, we're in a good position now actually, because like I say, we've got cultivator, we've got a sprayer, so we can do fertilizing and weed killing contract. All in all, we're in a good position now as far as contracts go, because we're not going to have to, apart from harvesting is basically the only contract type where we kind of have to lease and borrow the equipment at the moment. Possibly ploughing as well, although I might look at the ploughing situation again, and risk buying a plough. I know that backfired on me a couple of videos ago when I bought a plough and it didn't actually bloody work. Stupid mod. Again, weird that, because that was a mod hub mod, so should have been tested. But I'll have a look. I think I've installed a couple of ploughs. I might be able to get a better one providing there's not too much power requirement, because again, I don't have the most powerful tractor in the world here. Let's have a look, shall we? Ploughs. Subsoil. I don't think I can do ploughing contracts with a subsoiler though. That's the only thing. Plus, I don't really have any subsoiler mods installed. Right, ploughs. We've got the SPSL9 installed now. That requires 550 horsepower. It's probably a little bit beyond me. Got the 6.2 metre one, which we've already used. Got the Plough Platinum, which is 8 metres. And then we've got that bad boy there. That's 26 metres. 350 horsepower. Me wonders if that's an accurate mod. But yeah, I could definitely see myself getting a plough, and then we could definitely do all the ploughing contract. Just struggling on the hill again, ladies and gents. It's a little bit tight up here, so I might just do a second headland. Because the trees and the fence are making this going to make it a little bit awkward for turning round. I almost wonder if I'd be better off working, rather than working lengthways, whether I'd be better off working this way across the field. Start at the highest point of the field and work my way down to the bottom, because then I won't be driving up the hill every other row and suffering slowdown. Driving across the slope like I am now, we don't suffer any kind of speed penalty. I wonder if I should be doing that. But yeah, if I do a second strip round the field, gives me a little bit more room to turn around. Which is always good. Here I am basically ignoring the GPS. Except on this little row here, we'll use it here. Right, getting the seeding done then. So it's a nice contract, pays a nice amount. I appreciate, as far as seeders go though, it can only do seeding. It's not one of those dual purpose machines, which is what I normally prefer. Then I can do seeding and planting with the same machine. which means if I do want to do any planting type crops, or we get any like corn or sunflowers or soybeans or anything like that, this seeder's not gonna, I ain't gonna be able to do those contracts with this seeder. I'm gonna need to buy a planter as well in the future. But there we go. Ticking along very nicely. %. Just struggles. Let's see. Can I work this field left to right, do you reckon? Will it be easier? I think it will. I shouldn't suffer as much speed loss. At least until we get down the lower part of the field anyway. So yeah, sometimes it's better to drive across the slope than trying to drive up it. Just a shame that the AI's got stones everywhere, ladies and gents. Damaging my brand new seeder. Do like this seeder though. Do like the seeder. Never ever used the ridge markers on it, but I do like the seeder. And we are 30% contract completed, ladies and gents. So we're getting through the contract quite quickly, quite nicely. But yeah, I'm pleased I'm able to start recording a little bit earlier today. I've been well, it's not as early as I would like to be recording, but it's earlier than I've managed all week up till now. I could have started recording a lot earlier today, but I kind of got messed around a little bit this morning. I was supposed to have gone out this morning because I needed to take a trip to the vets. Because one of my dogs has to have medication. He has to have well, he has anti-seizure medication because he has epilepsy. So he's been on that for a long time. And then recently as well, he started to develop a heart issue. So they've put him on some heart medication as well. The vets have. And of course, he's run out. He runs out either tonight or tomorrow. He runs out of his medication. So we had to phone up earlier in the week to order some new stuff for him. A repeat prescription. And it was supposed to be ready today. And I was going to go and fetch it this morning. I'm very pleased that before I left the house, I decided to phone the vets just to check, is the prescription ready? And it was half ready. It was half ready. They'd done the prescription for one of his medications, but they hadn't done an order for the second one. And I says, well, it's very pointless me coming down for one when he needs both. Can you get the second one ordered? So I'm either going to have to nip out late this afternoon, pick those up, or I'm going to have to go down first thing tomorrow morning, which is not great. Trying to go down on a Saturday. Going into the middle of town on a Saturday is not fun. Traffic-wise. I don't know why they're so bad. I really don't. I don't get why they're so bad at ordering stuff. Surely they can look on his notes and see that he needs 2 medications. Why would you just order one? It's like when I do my prescriptions for my own medication. I never order one item. I order the whole lot. Unless there's something that they won't allow me to order because it either needs a review or it's the one medication that I have these things, and they usually give me 3 months at a time. So obviously there's 2 months where I can't order it. But for the majority of the time, when I do my own prescriptions, I order everything, whether I need it or not. And it's the same with when I do my father's order as well, because my doctors, you do all your prescriptions online. You have to order everything online. So he doesn't obviously know how to work a computer and stuff at his age, so I log on for him. He usually sends me a message, can you order my prescriptions? I go online for him and I order it. And I usually do mine at the same time. That way I can then be very sneaky, and when I take him down to fetch the prescription, when I take him to the surgery, pick up the prescription, I can say to him, oh, you grab mine while you're in there. Saves me having to get out the car and go into the doctors where all the sick people are with all their germs. So that way I continue to stay nice and safe and healthy, and just putting him at risk by sending him into the sick zone. So yeah, what would be the next contract then after this one? After I've done this one, what do I fancy doing? Nice bit of baling. That's 53 grand. That's 68 grand. Silage. That's field 39. That's quite close. And that is tedding. Yeah, I'm going to queue that one up. I fancy doing a nice bit of tedding. Fancy doing a nice bit of tedding now. I'm also pleased it gives me a proper mower. like it when they give me a proper mower. A few more fertilising contracts, although there's only 2 that are paying good money. Sugar beet harvest. At least it's giving me gives me a decent harvester. And then ploughing contracts again. Field 17, field 20. They're not bad. Field 36, that's quite expensive. Guessing that's a huge field. And then obviously supply and transports we can't do because we don't have any stock. But yeah, we could go and explore a little bit of right, Mr. Worker, you can now go and do some workage. Right, we've got Fent Vario. Very nice. This is obviously to do the... So we've got Tedder, Windrower, bale, and then collect the bales. Right, okay. Fair enough. Wondering. Don't have a front-mounted tedder, do I? There's no front-mounted tedders in the game. Otherwise, what I could have done... Where's field 39 then? Oh, it's this big one on this corner here. Next to field 42. That's not a million miles away then. Yeah, that's another mod I would like to see added into the game. If somebody could do it. A tedder that goes on, that you can put on the front of a tractor. So you could have a tedder on the front, windrower on the back, single pass. Ted and windrow at the same time. I know there is a mod that lets you do... That's a rear-mounted tedder and windrower combined. Because I've used it in Hout Baler on. I don't know if I've got it installed. Have I got it installed on this map? Can't remember if it's under Tedders. Yes, I have actually. 19 grand. That does tedding and windrowing in one pass. That would save me. That would actually save me a job. That would actually save me a job, ladies and gents. If I was to buy one of those, I could ted and windrow at the same time. Cuts out one part of the driving around the field multiple times. I'm wondering where the entrance is to the field. Down here. Down here. And do windrowing. So yeah, I am going to windrow with the mower. I'm not going to do wide spreading. I'm going to come along, I'm going to ted it, and hopefully leave it in the same windrows then. I think I will buy that windrower. because it'll come in useful, actually. The only thing you have to watch out when you've got a windrower like that is that people know how it works. Like, for example, if you have that windrower in multiplayer and it's just there, some player might come along and think, oh, it's just a normal windrower, grab hold of it and go and windrow a field after they've mowed it, and then wonder why all the grass has become hay, and they're a bit confused as to why the grass is hay instead of being grass. So yeah, make sure if you use that mod in multiplayer, players know what it is. It's hard to see with the bloody trees. Trees make the visibility quite bad. Also, the shadows make it very hard to see as well. Just gonna need to rip round. Might as well get the mowing done. Might not get, obviously won't get to the whole tedding and windrowing part of the process until the next video, and that will also probably happen in the next day, because it's going to get dark soon, as is always the case on this map. It gets dark very early. The light starts to go, especially with the trees. So I can probably get the mowing done, and then we'll come out first thing in the morning with the tedder, and we'll get the tedding done. Then we'll get the bales collected, and we'll be all okay with a good contract done. So baling contracts can earn you some decent money, some very decent money. Put that one there. And we'll carry on. So that's both contracts underway. Like I say, the sowing will be finished fairly soon. I'll just leave the worker to carry on working that through the night. I'll then pick up with, obviously, this particular contract in the next episode of the series, ladies and gents. But we have reached the end of today's episode. Like I say, I want to keep it short today because I need to go and watch the Formula 1. So thank you for watching today's episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to see you all again with some more content here on the channel very soon. But for now, from me, goodbye. Cheerio.